This is day 2 in cars, and today we went and took a day trip about 45 minutes to an hour outside of town to Harabeleri. Good morning.
It's snow.
You see snow outside? This morning we are visiting the Harabeleri. I have my mask with me, but we don't have a lot of people around, so I'm going to take it off right now. It used to belong to an old Armenian empire. It has fallen through the hands of many conquerors throughout the year, but there still remains a double city wall, as you can see behind me. The city is also known as the city of 1,001 churches, but there's only been 40 that have been discovered, so we're going to explore some of the churches that are around this area, see the city wall, yeah, see what used to be an ancient empire. We were struggling a little bit this morning. I'm not used to wearing so much clothes in the cold weather. Are you warm, Sophia? Good. Do you have your pretzels? Are you armed for our adventure today? This site is about 40 kilometers away from Kars City. It took us about 45 minutes to an hour to get here. The conditions of the roads were great. There's a few icy spots, but our rental actually comes with snow tires, so it makes it really easy to travel here. If you're not comfortable driving, you can always take a day tour. I'm sure your hotel can help you out with setting that up. And if you don't want to go with the tour group, you can always do a private tour with a private taxi and that kind of thing. This area kind of dates back to the 5th century, but the city itself had about 100,000 people around the 10th, 11th century, and then it passed through different conquerors over the next hundreds of years until in the 1775 it was basically abandoned and then fell into some disrepair. But in 2011 is when they started restoring and repairing some of the old city. Even though it's cold, it doesn't deter tourists and tour groups and tourists from coming out and visiting this ancient site. This site is really big and pretty vast, so there's a lot of walking to do, and if it's really cold and there's lots of snow, or if you have a kid who is not used to any of that, it can be a little bit hard. Fia has found her happy place now on her daddy's shoulders with her pretzels, and we've gone through the gate and we are walking to some of the churches and buildings towards the back. I'm not sure if we'll be able to see everything just because it does take quite a bit of time and it's cold outside, but we'll see how long Sophia lasts and how long we last. If you do come, make sure to bring some sunscreen and some sunglasses. It is really bright out here. This site is right on the edge of the border to Armenia, and it literally feels like you're coming to the edge of Turkey because you are coming to the edge of Turkey. There is a river that divides Turkey, the border of Turkey and Armenia, and it seems like you can just cross over, but you can't. Unlike Georgia and Bulgaria, there's no direct crossing from Turkey to Armenia due to some past history between their countries. You can see Armenia from this site, but you actually can't cross into it. But you will be able to see some watchtowers where there are some military people as well guarding the border. This is as close as we've ever been to Armenia, so we'll actually see it, but we won't have made it into the country. This area had several homes and courthouses here with a spectacular view overlooking the river. There's also an old mosque over this way, and then even towards back that way is a little bit of a bazaar, a market area. This city at its kind of peak point had about 100,000 people, which is more than Kars even has. I mean, the last census for Kars city was about 74,000 people. That was, of course, 10 years ago, so who knows, it could be at the 100,000 mark now. Basically, everywhere I'm walking is just on top of ruins. They have some pathways and they make it much easier to walk, but sometimes I'm just not exactly sure where they go, especially under the snow. All of this area behind me is just, who knows, there's just maybe houses underneath, maybe markets underneath, just tons and tons of old rocks. But I'm working my way over that way, so hopefully I can get there. This St. George Church, or there's two parts of the St. George Church, is probably the most photographed building in this area. And unfortunately, the inside of this is graffitied on. People have come and just marked it up and put their names on it. I mean, this is hundreds of years old, and so it's just sad to see some of this in disrepair in the way that it is. Okay, I have walked all over this place. Jason took Sophia back to the car because her feet were too cold, and it was cold, but it's actually warmed up a lot. I've even opened up my jacket. I may have jogged a little bit just to speed up the process, but I found it. I found the church with the frescoes, and it's that one. And then behind it, you can even see the river that divides Turkey from Armenia. So from this area, you can see Turkey over here. Armenia is in my background. Let's go inside and see the frescoes. This is the only church that, or any building that I've seen that still has existing original frescoes. Maybe like Suleimaniye Monastery or Cappadocia, somebody will come in and hopefully restore these original paintings, but they're all over this building, all along the sides, the columns, even into the windows, to the dome area. As you can see, they have been sorely taken care of. They have been graffitied on by bypassers. This kind of reminds me coming into like a little Cappadocia. They also have original churches like this that have their original frescoes still. This was well worth walking out here. It is the furthest church away from the city wall, and Jason is being so awesome to watch Sophia while I could run out here. So now I'm going to jog back. We have finished visiting and we are going to head out. If you do come here, there's a little shop that you can pick up a few little fun touristy things at. There is a little chai area that only sells chai and coffee right now. Sometimes they have like other little snacky things. And yeah, we're gonna head back to Kars, which is another 45 minutes, and grab some lunch. I would say if you have kids that can walk around, you could easily spend 3 hours here. If you've got little bitty ones, plan for less. I wanted to make sure you got to see some of this park. If you have kids and you want to spend some time letting them play in Kars, this is a great little park. So there's a couple of playgrounds over this way, some picnic areas, these fun little animal statues. Tonight we are going to a restaurant called Gastro Kars. It's probably going to have some of the same similar foods, but I'm going to make sure that you get an idea of what it is so that when you come, you can put it on your list of places, or maybe a list of not places to go. So one of the things you're going to want to try in Kars is goose, and they have it in multiple ways, including soup. So tonight we are trying goose in the form of soup. Afiyet olsun. What do you think? Pretty good?
For the piroshki, it's really good.
A Russian porek.
Russian egg roll.
Yum. I liked Gastro Kars. Atmosphere was really nice. I liked the setup of just the restaurant, the brightness of it, but also that they gave us a bunch of freebies. They brought out appetizer dishes with bread and a salad, and yeah, at the end they gave us a pudding bowl that was really yummy. They gave us a couple drinks of sherbet or sherbeti, a little sugary drink. We finished dinner and day 2 in Kars. We're gonna chill for tonight and we'll see you tomorrow. If you've been here before, let me know. I would love to hear what else we should have explored. I will have more videos coming about Kars soon. As always, have a great week and I will see you next time. Bye.